Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to go with what y'all voted for in the community poll. I had the choice between the fender and the pillar, and for all that voted, I think 4 votes. They want to see the pillar get worked on today. My plan is to get it done, weld it up, at least the pillar welded up, and hopefully weld it onto the actual Bronco itself. I think I got an idea of what's wrong with it, but mainly for y'all that's been around a while, kind of know how it is. Doesn't look that bad right there when it's shut. Then you open it and it just falls down. I think instead of raising the pillar like I thought about doing, I'm going to adjust the bottom of the pillar first. Kind of keep it where it is as in relation to the top, but we're just going to swing it to the rear a little bit. Kind of see what I mean here. We got a little bit of room to play with, and I think by swinging this way and make this come up more, and in turn should raise the door up a little bit, if that makes sense. So basically we're gonna be taking out all the screws except for this one, I think. And we're going to tilt the pillar. It's a good, probably, I don't know, I'd say about 1/4 of an inch or so. Bring it this way. And I think that should help us with the fender alignment too. Maybe, or maybe not. I can't remember. Yes. Yeah. The fender was more to the back. So bringing this way will help align these holes with it. At least that's my thinking. So we're going to give that a shot first, and then once we get that done, if everything works out well, we'll weld these 2 pieces together, or at least so it look like that. At least yeah, get it painted and attach, hopefully attach these 2 pieces, fill in all these holes. Man, there's a bunch of holes. And we're going to make some new ones back here to kind of pin it to where it is. And of course check the door again. But I'm thinking that if it works out, then it should be good, because I think we're good on height of where the door needs to be. I think this needs to come this way some. Anyways, that's what I plan on doing today. Got a little bit of time out here, so hopefully we can get this kind of fitting right and do a bunch of welding. And we got the paint. I couldn't find any of the zinc stuff we used last time. This stuff, I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but couldn't find any of that at all. So I got self-etching weld through primer. Don't know if it's any good or not. It looks like it should be good from the bottle. I mean, the top looks kind of weird, different than what I'm normal to, but we'll kind of see how it works. But hopefully we'll be using that on the pillar, getting it together and getting everything else kind of squared away. But enough talking. Let's take the door off and then start taking screws out, and I'll kind of show you if it works or not. Bring it over here and we'll kind of look at how everything's going to line up, and I just hope everything kind of fits together and we can get past this. But anyways, let's go there and get to work. Alright, we got the pillar moved this way some. I took the outer rocker off just because it wasn't allowing the pillar to move this way. So if this works, then we're going to have to make adjustments to the outer rocker a little bit, kind of trim some things and maybe hammer some things in order to make it fit in here. So let's go ahead and put the door on and see if it works. That's pretty good. Let's throw the fender on there and see if we can get it to line up. But there's no dropping, so we just kind of tie it back here. We don't have any shims on it, but I mean, I'm okay with that gap. Let's throw the fender on it right quick and see what happens. That's a pretty good result. One thing though is these holes aren't lining up near as well as I would like them to. It could just be good. May try the new fender, see what it looks like on here as well. But I mean, that's pretty good. I think the outer rocker is the issue now, because I'm happy with this. It does kind of drop a little bit. That's because I think it's not really any support through here. And it's got a few tech screws up here. Once that gets welded in though, I think it'll be pretty sturdy and it won't fall. But it doesn't fall bad. See if it shows by itself. Pretty good. Let's get the new fender and see what it looks like. It's not bad either. Still a little tight up here. A lot tighter than I like it to be. Still could go up some, which these holes line up much better than the original, so and it looks better right here with the new one. I don't know if you can see, kind of out of the frame. Turn it this way a little bit. Anyways, what I was saying is, right through here fits a lot nicer than the original. Let me close this. Now sagging again. Let's take that fender off. See, this goes back to how it was. There's a little bit of sag or play in the door. So I think I might take the door back off and just come over and make sure this is really on this kick panel right here. And that should give us enough upward weight with it that it shouldn't sag whenever we get it locked down. But I mean, you can tell there's, especially right here, yeah, the whole pillar is kind of moving. So I think we're right within moving the bottom this way. So let's take the door back off, move it just a hair more this way, and then really screw it down with some of the tech screws, and then we'll get the outer rocker, put it up here, and see kind of what the issue is. All right, added some more reinforcements, and I scooted it over all the way, so it feels solid. Put the door on and see what happens. All right, it fits good. Really tight seam there. Like really tight. Only way to fix that would be to raise the pillar a little bit. But still a fender on it. Kind of see what it looks like now. I don't think there's a spacer underneath this one anymore. I'll have to look though. But as we can take that out and get a little bit more of our gap back here. Let's get the new fender and we'll try it like this one. There's something with that one though that seems to kind of push the door back. So I don't know if it's a little bit longer maybe or something, I don't know. It's not bad. No. Still needs to come this way. Everything lines up pretty good. Got a pretty good gap there. And this still bothers me a little bit, so take the fender back off, take the door back off. Look and see if we got a spacer behind this one. If we do, we'll take it out, put the hinge back, put the door back, and that should give us a little bit more room here. And if that works out, then I think we're good. And we need to work on the outer rocker. So let's take that off and see if we got anything down here. There's no spacer, so gonna have to move the pillar back just a little bit. So I'll take all these out, put more holes in the everywhere. All right, one more time. Actually got a screw in down here. I kind of made this whole thing kind of pop out a little bit, so worry about that in a minute. Let's get the outer rocker and kind of push it up there, see what happens. Not sure if it's gonna fit or not, but I'm happy with this though. I mean, it shuts. I still think we may need to move that back just a little more, just to give it a little bit more room over here. Maybe that'll kind of even out this gap too a little bit better too. But well, we'll do that. We'll redo the pillar again, and then we'll get the door off, put the outer rocker on, and see how it works. Well, it doesn't feel like I've done anything. Door does shut better though. That shuts. Man, it's a little with how close that is. Let's get the outer rocker and we'll put it up here and see what happens. I don't know if y'all can see, but the outer rocker down here is too far towards the front, because in order to set this in here properly, it's making the front shoot way up, really far up. Push it down. You can see it flexing down there. You can see it's kind of pulled away from the Bronco. So that means probably need to need to cut this right through here, and we have to do something with this part here. Let me put the fender on it, or the door on it, and we'll see how the gaps look at the bottom. It is locked. See if it'll show by itself. Hey, putting that rocker on gave me a gap back. Still drops. Doesn't drop as bad though. It's either that this needs to be adjusted, or this flange needs to be bent back a little bit to kind of, which it does kind of bow out right here a little bit. So I'm thinking that might be the issue we have. If you look down straight here, it's straight where it's good up at the top, and then about right here it starts coming inward, then it kind of comes back down. So I'm thinking we need to mark what we got, because this all needs to come roll back this way, which would help with the fender placement that way, I think, and it may fix our problem with the new fender too. Yeah, other than that, the gap's a little wide here, but it's not bad. It looks wide. It's actually kind of consistent, pretty consistent throughout. I think it's the pillar. Bring it over and show you in a minute, but bows inward too far. And I think once we straighten that out, the fender should sit more easily on there. And two, this being bowed this way is pushing the fender too far back that way, especially up against the outer rocker. And that's what's making it flex down here when you push it down up here. I think that's what we'll do next time. We'll go ahead and mark it right now. Let me find a marker. Okay, that should give us our mark for next time. But thinking that might do it for me this evening. I am happy. We got the door figured out finally. Even though it does fall, but it's not so much of a kaboom, and it doesn't shut on its own. It kind of stinks, but it's good. It's not as bad as before. I'm okay with it. Like it is. In the future, I may go back with the regular hinges, and that way you can actually come over here and kind of lift up and slightly bend them. So that may work on this one. I don't know. I might work itself out. Yeah, I guess we could do that once we get it welded on. Just kind of slightly tug on it. Starting back here. So we may be able to mess with this, but anyways, let's go over there and I'll give you a look what I think is wrong. Alright, you can kind of tell up here, straight, then it kind of starts to bow in. Don't know if you can really see it on camera, but right here is the worst part. You can actually see the difference in the shadow up here compared to right here. So I'm thinking, take this pillar off, kind of bend this flange back if we can, and have to bend this one back, the back plate a little bit too. But as long as we can get it back to where we have it, I think everything will be okay. And we'll probably bend this back down here, because that's where it's really pinching the fender, right through here. I think with the fender on, we have a pretty good gap down here maybe. I can't remember. But yeah, something needs to be done down here. We may actually come and trim a little bit of this outer rocker off. I don't want to touch this because I can't make it look like that. So I don't know if I have to mess with this. I may have to split it here and kind of try to roll it back as best I can, and split it down here and try to roll it back and then kind of weld and make it look okay-ish, maybe. That's something we can look at too. If y'all have any suggestions on how to fix the ends, let me know. I don't really want to section it because I know I can't make that look good right there with my capabilities, but at least this opens easy enough and shuts now. Have a decent gap. You know, it's still a little bit big here. I don't mind it so much. Pretty even gap at the bottom. I did put the driver's side door on today. It needs to be kind of fit better. I think this fender needs to be pushed in a bit, but it got back to normal, so this one's good to go. That gap's a little bit smaller than the other side, but I don't mind. Gap's a little bit big right there, but I did it by myself, so I'm expecting a few imperfections. But yep, that's feeling pretty good about that. Just a slight fall, but you can actually shut the door while you're getting out, and you can just like shut it and it'll shut. So I'm happy. Well, I think that'll do it for me tonight. Like I said, we're trying to get the pillar right and the door fit and shut. I think we accomplished that today. Just didn't get it welded up like I wanted to. But if you check out the community section of my channel, I'll be posting polls like we did last time, kind of letting y'all decide we work on the pillar or the fender. So I'll put a new poll up this week, and it'll kind of determine what we do next Sunday. Please, if y'all want to, go vote on that. That'd be awesome. Let me know what y'all want to see. And if you have a suggestion on what to do, I'll put it in the poll, and we can see how many people want to watch me try to do something else. But be checking that throughout the week. I'm going to try to be posting updates and some pictures I got through the years of the Camaro. I got pictures of when it was being, I don't want to say restored, but basically the guy that restored it put new metal over old metal, so we got a lot of issues with the Camaro body wise, but pictures of it going through, you know, body work and stuff like that. But anyways, thank you for watching this week. Please like, comment, subscribe. It does help the channel out a lot. And we'll put up another poll and kind of let y'all decide what we work on next week. But until then, I'll see you.